Hi everyone, number 47 in the Queen 50 series. You always see me glance down and check the number before I say it out loud because otherwise I'm likely to get it wrong. And today is These Are the Days of Our Lives. It's one that I guess I've heard quite a few of you mention as being something you'd love for me to listen to, so the moment has arrived. Although credited to the whole band, it was largely written by their drummer, Roger Taylor. The song was released as a single in the United States on Freddie Mercury's 45th birthday, the 5th of September, 1991, and as a double A-side single in Ireland and the United Kingdom on the 9th of December in the wake of Mercury's death, with the Queen track Bohemian Rhapsody. And this is very close to the end of Freddie's life. 5th of September, 9th of December. The double A-side debuted at number 1 on the UK singles chart and remained there for 5 weeks, topped the Irish singles chart for 6 weeks, and reached number 16 in Germany. The song was awarded a Brit Award for British Single of the Year in 1992. Ron Hart of Rolling Stone writes, "The conga-driven synth ballad, These Are the Days of Our Lives, is Innuendo's most significant single given that it was released on Mercury's 45th birthday and that its video marked the last time his fans were able to see the singer alive, as it was filmed in May of 1991 during the final stages of his battle with AIDS." Just looking back, the conga-driven synth ballad. What a way of describing something by Queen. Conga-driven synth ballad. I'm just thinking back to the earlier works that they produced and their anti-synth stance, and now this very significant work is identified as a synth ballad. A ballad in the vein of Love of My Life. Okay. It was a song that carried a significant amount of weight given the frailty of Mercury's appearance in the black and white video, later compounded when unreleased color footage from the filming emerged in Days of Our Lives. Reminiscing on the past, Roger Taylor penned the song as Freddie Mercury's health was deteriorating. As a teenager, Taylor had known Mercury since the late 1960s when they worked together at Kensington Market in London before the two, along with Brian May, founded Queen in 1970. The opening chorus in the song reminisces with "Those were the days of our lives," while the second chorus refers to the present, "'cause these are the days of our lives." Taylor said in 2011, "I was sitting at home in a rather reflective mood, and I did know that Freddie was ill, and I think it came out of that slightly melancholic mood. I guess I was trying to put an optimistic slant on it in a way. Those were the days then, and these are the days of our lives. Today is more important than yesterday." Okay, well, let's see how it sounds.
Sometimes I get to feeling I was back in the old days, long ago, when we were kids, when we were young. Things seemed so perfect, you know. Days were endless, we were crazy, we were young. The sun was always shining, we just lived for fun. Sometimes it seems like lately, I just don't know. The rest of my life's been just a show.
Hold on. Was that a bird outside, or was that a bird in the song? It must have been a bird outside.
The sun was always shining, we just live for fun. Sometimes it seems like lately, I just don't know. The rest of my life's been just a show.
It was in the recording.
Those were the days of our lives. The bad things in life were so few. like to go back.
In the first verse, I was listening and thinking, I kind of miss the Brian May classic guitar accompaniment. It's not that I dislike the synth as they're using it. It's pleasant, it's nice, but somehow I miss the guitar. It feels like this song would fit really well with a guitar. But now in the second verse, I'm noticing little places where he does more of a plucked, fingered style response, and maybe we'll get into it along the way, but I guess I'm just happy to hear a little bit of that guitar in there.
I still love you. You can't turn back the clock. You can't turn back the time. Ain't that a shame?
A little bit of guitar there.
Ooh, I'd like to go back one time on a roller coaster ride when life's just a game. No use in sitting and thinking of what you did when you can lay back and enjoy it through your kids. Sometimes it seems
Hear the
like
bass a little bit.
I just don't know. Better sit back and go with the flow. 'Cause these are the days of our lives that float in the swiftness of time. These days are all gone now, but some things remain. When I look and I find no change.
Here comes the guitar, and I'll listen to that in a moment. But this is such a different feel in this song to so much of what Queen has done, both early and later in what I've heard. It has this very open, leisurely, kind of spare feeling to it. I guess I would say it feels like you've gone on vacation with just a little backpack, just the essentials in your bag. You're not carrying anything extra, and you're lounging somewhere, having left behind all the baggage and encumbrances of your everyday life, and you just let it all go, kind of aimless in a way. You're not attempting to achieve anything. You're just being. You're in this state of being and not even trying to enjoy it, just letting it be what it is. That's how the music feels to me.
When I look and I find no change.
Even the guitar solo had so much space in it, so much breathing room, and the lines that he played were they each one had its own place to live. There wasn't any rush, not a grand, passionate display of anything. I guess this is probably the most... Oh, this is going to sound terrible when I say it. but the only word that's coming to mind is passionless. In other words, it's not some intense outpouring of ecstasy or sadness or loneliness or excitement or frivolity. It's just there.
All our lives, yeah. Bad things in life were so few. Those days are all gone now, but one thing's still true. When I look and I find I still love you. I still love you.
I guess probably one of the things that helps to give it this feel is the percussion. Yes, the conga prominence and a very present percussion, but at the same time light. It doesn't invade your space, even though it's right up front in front of us and one of the main features of the piece. It's interesting. There's a sort of resignation to this, isn't there? And I don't think it's just because Freddie is singing it. It feels as if the entire band is kind of in this state of, they can't fight the reality. They can't avoid it. It's there, and the whole layout of the piece feels so like we've gone beyond being frustrated. We've gone beyond fighting and crying for a miracle. We've gone beyond, using all our energies to achieve everything we possibly can in the short time that's left to us. Now we're here. We're all a bit weary. We are not sorry. We're not sorry for anything, and we're grateful for everything. But there's a feeling of resignation and this line, you can't turn back the clock. You can't turn back the tide. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? But what can you do? Well, musically, as I said, it is very lightly written, meaning there isn't a lot of complexity. There's a lovely melody, as Queen, regardless of who's composing it, seems capable of producing anytime they please. A fabulous melodic line. Which does have a real ballad feel to it. In fact, even a storytelling ballad. And then there's the instrumental accompaniment, which is primarily light percussion, conga, and synth. A touch of guitar here or there. I could hear the bass a couple times, but nothing really seems to have the life force in it to really come up and swell up and take charge and pull us into a compelling musical current. The current is very, very gentle and unforced, undirected. I don't mean aimless in a bad way, but it has this sort of meandering, just floating with the current feel. Well, knowing the story behind it, of course, it makes sense. And it's also incredibly sad because, here we are facing death, which is a part of living, everyone has to face death at some point, but sometimes we feel like it comes sooner than it should. And this is one of those moments where I think everybody just kind of recognized it was great. It was wonderful. We are happy for everything we had, but now we're coming to the end, and what to do? I mean, these are the days of our lives. Yes, I see the positive spin on it. Enjoy what we have. Be grateful for what we have. Live in the present with what we have. The bad things in life are so few. Those days are all gone now, but one thing is still true. When I look and I find, I still love you. They're coming around to kind of the core element, which has held them all together, which has carried them through, which has been pouring abundantly out of their music. And now, even as kind of the whole life of the band is diminishing, they still recognize that this is the fundamental thing that makes today beautiful. I still love you. It is love. And you can't turn back the clock. You can't turn back the tide. Ain't that a shame? I'll see you soon.